Earlier this afternoon, I spoke with the finance minister and asked her about that $354 billion deficit. How much does she worry about paying it off?
So, Dawna, I worry about everything. I think that's my job as finance minister. That $354 billion deficit from last year, 2020, 2021, actually is lower than what we forecast. We forecast $381.6 billion. So, that is serious, but I think it's important to point out to Canadians that it's less than we provisioned for. I think the other thing I would really point out is our spending is necessary and it's also reasonable and sustainable. Over the 5 years that this budget forecasts, we have a declining debt to GDP ratio. We have at the end of the forecast horizon, that's 25-26, we have debt to GDP going down to 49.2%, and we have a deficit of 1.1%. So, this is the deepest recession since the Great Depression. It has cost money to support Canadians and Canadian businesses to get through it, but we can afford it. This is sustainable, and we're going to come roaring back.
Okay, let's talk about childcare. Promises, as you know, about some kind of national childcare program have been made for years. Yours is the biggest, and I know that it is vital to getting women back into the workforce. You need to win the next election and work with the provinces to implement this. So should parents expect $10 a day daycare anytime soon?
Yeah, they should expect it 5 years from now. That's what we promised. That is what we're going to deliver. And, Dawna, I do not underestimate how hard this is, how complicated it is, or how much money it costs. But I think it is absolutely essential. It's essential for families, like the really nice family that you showed a minute ago on your show. So it's essential for people's lives. But you know what? We really need this to drive economic growth. If, and I'm going to say when, we get a universal early learning and childcare system built across our country, it is going to have the biggest impact on the Canadian economy since NAFTA.
I did have another question. Unfortunately, we lost the line to the finance minister.